Hey guys, what I wanted to show you is what I've done to my Ninja. I put some green LEDs on there, as you can see. I wanted to put some LEDs on my bike for a couple of reasons. I just wanted it to look great, I wanted it to be more visible on the bike, and I kind of like tinkering with electronics. I wanted to put LEDs on the bike, but everybody's done that, so I wanted to do it in a unique way. And what I decided to do was put two different types of LEDs, or colours of LEDs. I put green ones to match my colour scheme on the bike, underneath the front fairings and on the inside of the fairings to show the engine a little bit more. And I put some red ones in the tail of the bike, so two strips running up either side of the tail section. I got rid of the fender on this bike so you can actually see those red strips. And I'll take you through the circuitry of it a little bit later, but what I do is control the green and the red lights using a relay. And for anybody that doesn't know how a relay works or is new to electronics, what a relay does is send current to two different circuits, so an active current to two different circuits, based on whether another circuit, an independent circuit, has an active current. So my other circuit, my independent circuit in this case, is the tail light. I use that to decide whether or not the brakes are being applied or not. So the relay has a default setting. It will default to one particular output, which I've set up to be my green LED circuit. So when the brakes aren't applied based off the tail light, the relay will send active current to the green LED circuit. As soon as I push the brakes, another wire becomes hot or active in the tail light. I send this into the relay. The relay notices that there's a current coming in and immediately flips, and it sends the active current to the red light circuit. Takes it away from the green and sends it to the red. As soon as you take the brakes off or let go of the brakes, that wire becomes neutral, it's not hot anymore. The relay will flip back to its default setting. So that's how I control whether or not the green LEDs are on or the red LEDs are on. So when I'm riding around, default, the green lights are on. As soon as I push my brake, green lights turn off, red lights turn on, and they're all sectioned in the rear so everybody knows I'm braking. So I'll show you the rig on the bike. First of all, that's my bunny. Secondly, this is the rig. This controls everything. But before I get into that, what I want to do is run through the rig from the top. So inside of this seat is my battery, and what I do is I run the positive out of there. I run a mains positive into this switch. I installed that switch myself. I just drill the hole in the screw cap. Hey bunny, what's going on, mate? Get out of here. I screwed a hole in, or I drilled a hole in here, I put a switch, and what it does is it defines whether or not the entire circuit gets power. So I can turn that on and off with my heel while I'm riding. From there, an active comes up the tail section and into the main rig. So what you're looking at here is two relays. The first one with the fuse in it is where the active comes in from the battery, the one I was talking about before. This comes in, and this relay doesn't flip between two circuits. It only flips between on and off, basically. And why I did that is so it's only on when the ignition, or when your key is in the ignition. That's just to avoid people coming and turning that switch, which I showed you before, and everybody draining your battery. So the whole system gets power only when the ignition's on. The way it does that is by using this red wire that comes from your tail light. This becomes active when the key is in the ignition. So this relay notices when this is active and allows power to the rest of the system. This blue wire here is only active when the brake is applied. So the blue wire goes into the second relay, and the default position of this second relay is sending active power into the green LED circuit. But when this blue wire here becomes hot or active, this relay will notice and divert power from the green LED circuit instantly over to the red LED circuit. Basically just means I'm turning the green lights off when the red lights are on when I'm pushing my brake. and this is just a panel to make everything look neat. You'll understand a little bit more when you see the diagram at the end. Thanks guys.